guys, Joanna here. So I am on my way to the gym from having just delivered a talk at a local Center for Spiritual Living, and so I was just sitting here thinking to myself, like, I really want to have a conversation about this because I am a student of the Course in Miracles. Love that book. Like, when I got it, I wasn't so fond of it, but it's kind of like, I'm an English speaker by nurture. I'm an English speaker by nurture. There we go. My nature is to communicate, and it doesn't matter what language I'm communicating in. So, that leads me to say this. Learning Spanish is awkward for me. I'm not a fan of it at first. It's kind of like, I am a creative person by nature. Learning how to do organizational stuff was awkward at first, and I didn't really like it, but now I've learned, how to put my own special spin on it and, be all creative up in my organizational skills. So I enjoy it. It's like I can swim there like a fish to water and that stuff now. But when I first started doing it, it was tough, and so the Course in Miracles is the same way for me. When I first started doing it, it was tough. I didn't like it. And now that I've been doing it, studying it and trying to work it out and asking for guidance and, really, sitting with some of the things that are in there, I've come to understand, there's some stuff that, as a society, as a culture, we really want to understand how to wake up. And we want to understand, why we hurt and why we suffer and those types of things. And so one of the things that I am a fan of is that the book, The Course in Miracles, is where we get the fear versus love thing. We're operating out of fear or we're operating out of love. But it's a misunderstanding because we never operate out of fear and love. So, and the reason I say that is that courage is something that we associate with loving people. You gotta have some courage in order to love up on somebody, right? And you have that courage in order to be able to ask out the pretty girl, and you have that courage in order to be able to bare your soul and be vulnerable, and see people where they are instead of where you want them to be, and all of that stuff that's just loving. So courage exists because it is the process of, it is the state of being, of operating in faith when fear exists. So you can't have courage unless you have fear. So, really, you can't have courage unless you have fear. So the whole concept of fear and faith not existing in the same house is not true. Because they do. Otherwise we'd all be, in the process of being cowardly all the time. But we're not. Right? So, it's the same thing with fear and love. So, The Course in Miracles is a book designed to help you wake up. It's designed to change your mind. It's designed to teach you a new language, if you will, which is why I said I'm an English speaker by nurture, and learning Spanish has proven to be tough, but I can do it. So that's what The Course in Miracles is designed for. It's designed to help you wake up and be who you really are, instead of who you pretend you are, or who somebody else has told you you are. Just to be the badass, loving fool that you are. And so, when we say operating out of fear or love, when it says it in the Course, really what it's saying is, okay, you have made a decision to wake up. And there's going to be all sorts of responses. Get this, feeling, right? There's going to be all sorts of responses to waking up. Some of those responses are going to be fear. Some of those responses are going to be love. Because when you're enlightened, you are really about love and creating community and seeing everybody as one. When you are asleep or unenlightened, You are fearful of everybody because you think we're all different than you. And so you defend yourself and you attack yourself as a form of protection. That's what that means. So, if you think that fear and love are opposites, they cannot be. They are simply directors. So you know when you are acting from an awake place, if you will, when you are acting in love and you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable and you're being somebody special for somebody else. You know, you're allowing yourself to be who you really are. You know, when you are in fear, it's an indicator. It is a compass showing you the blocks you have to being vulnerable, to being in love, and seeing your neighbor as yourself. And ultimately, to, you know, loving the creator, spirit, energy, spirit, you know, like the higher power, the great all that is, whatever you want to call it. You know, like the big dude who made everything, or the really awesome lady that gave birth to the whole wide world, you know, like whatever you call it. So, you know, the next time you're thinking about, well, I can't be in fear because that's the opposite of love. No, it's not. Fear is a response to a blockage in the whole being more lovely. And if you take a look at that fear, if you take a look at where it's pointing, then you're going to be able to move that thing out of the way and be more lovely and more loving and more giving to the people in your world. And, you know, the secret to living is giving. You know, like if you want to live more, give more. And that's it. So I hope that was helpful. That was really helpful to me because I needed to hear myself say that instead of just have it rolling around in my head. Because it's just been rolling around in my head. So have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you later.